website where voters themselves can view the website and have the results either real time or per scheduled release per hour or per hour on an hourly basis. This will be done on secure public websites. Now, after completion of the municipal or city canvas, the data from the municipal or city board of canvassers shall then be transmitted to the provincial board of canvassers. That same data shall also be transmitted to the COMELEC Central server and server for the dominant majority minority party. So in this case, there's always a backup of the data, so you can easily cross-check the results. Now, after completion of the provincial canvas, the PBOC electronically transmits the data to the National Board of Canvassers. And at the same time, the data is also sent to the COMELEC Central Backup server, and to the server for the dominant majority and minority parties, Citizens Arm and the KBP. The security measures under a manual election system shall also be applicable, still be applicable. Now, to strengthen the security through automation, we have instituted the usage of password, PIN, digital signatures, and encryption. We use a 128-bit encryption system where there are over 1 trillion combinations. This system is the same system used by banks. There's also random encryption where the temperature machine, voltage, unique machine identity, and user identity is also utilized. There is no master or single or master encryption code. Each precinct has its own particular code. The time needed to decrypt one precinct result will be the same amount of time needed to decrypt the next precinct result. So if you want to hack into one system, there are people who say that you can hack into one precinct, but if you hack into one precinct, that's just one precinct. If you want to hack into another precinct, you have to do the whole process again. Transmission takes most 2 minutes, and this is done simultaneously. So there will be at a particular time, 1,000 machines sending that data to the same server at the same time. The copies for distribution of the election returns are, for the precinct level, there will be 30 copies of election returns. For the municipal or city level, there will be 30 copies of the certificate of canvas. And for the provincial level, there will be 40 copies of the certificate of canvas. Additional security measures include the usage of an audit log. This includes the activities, time, and date. Now, an audit log is wherein a person can check on what was done on the machine at a particular time and date. For example, in number 46, which was done in July 23, 2009 at 5:51 p.m., the administrator key for the admin was detected. So, whatever activities is done on that machine, it will be recorded. The security measures of the 2010 elections use first ballot, the paper ballot, a ballot digital image, a data storage device, the transmitted results, and hard copies of election returns. We will be conducting, and Smartmatic TM will be conducting field tests. We will be doing it in 8 areas, 2 for the NCR, and 2 each, 1 for urban, 1 for rural areas in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. The purpose of which is to test the system and transmission in the same environment and conditions as on the election day. In preparation for some concerns for the 2010 elections, we have some contingency plans. There are 4 types of system breakdowns. First is if the PCOS fails to scan. The second is that the PICOS is able to scan but fails to print an election return. Third is that the machine is able to print an AR but fails to transmit the data. And fourth, it's able to transmit but fails to consolidate. This is done. First is the continuity plan for the machine if it fails to scan. The first thing the BI should do is it should use a spare PICOS. As I mentioned earlier, we will be pre-positioning machines all over the Philippines. Not a lot, no, but on some certain areas we foresee that there might be problems. If there is no spare PICOS, the BI shall then use a PICOS of another precinct. Before using it, the BI shall first wait for the PICOS to complete the process in the precinct. Then the BI gets the PICOS and reconfigures it for the next precinct and then scans the ballot. If all PICOS failed, we use manual counting. The second scenario is that if the machine is able to scan but fails to print an election return. The first step is that if this happens, the BI should use a spare PICOS. The second is that the PICOS of another precinct shall be utilized. Again, the process that the BI shall wait for the other PICOS to complete the process in its precinct. It shall get the PICOS and reconfigure for the next precinct. And the PICOS, the BI shall use the removable storage device of the defective PICOS and let the replacement PICOS print the election returns. If all PICOS machines in that area fail, we go manual counting. Third scenario is that if it's able to print out the election return but fails to transmit. First thing that the BI should do is go to the nearest precinct or polling center which has a functioning transmission facility. We then use the removable storage device of the defective PICOS and let the functioning facility transmit precinct results. If all transmission facilities go down, the BI shall then physically transport the removable storage device to the canvassing site. This is done in the presence of watchers and security escorts. Now,
on the possible manual, we're talking here of precincts, cluster precincts with 1,000 voters at most. Right now, if you are counting the existing precincts with about 180 to 200, that would take from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon to maybe about 9, 10 p.m. in the evening. So that's a counting time of, say, about 5 hours. 5 hours per precinct. Yeah, per 200. So if it's 1,000 going by that rate, and considering that you're looking at different ballots now, and teachers are not familiar with this, and it will be a different tally.